Hi guys, what's up? My name is Chad Barnier, rhymes with Garnier, and welcome to my musical theatre YouTube channel. Now, before we start today's video, I just want to say a massive hello and thank you to all of my new subscribers. I noticed last week, about 3 days ago, one of my videos, the Try Not to Sing challenge, had picked up a bit of traction, and in the last 3 days has gone from about 4,000 views to 17,000 views. And the channel has tripled in size, which, I mean, I'm a new YouTuber, so tripling in size isn't massive, but it means a lot to me. It means the world that you guys would join me on my musical theatre YouTube journey. And I've had conversations with all of you. I've commented and replied to all of your comments, and it's awesome to see just how crazy you guys all are for musical theatre, just like me, and I'm excited to have you along for the ride and to have new friends to share this journey of musical theatre and discovering musicals and enjoying musicals together with. So welcome, and let's get into today's video. So we all have our favorite musicals, right? I mean, Hamilton, Dear Evan Hansen, Rent, Sweeney Todd, that's my top 4 or so. I know a lot of you, after speaking to you, love Waitress, and Dear Evan Hansen, Be More Chill, Six. But do you find that when you're listening to the cast album, there's always that one song that you skip over and you kind of feel guilty because you're a musical stan and you want to love it all, and you know the words to it still, but you kind of just, sometimes you're not vibing with that song. I thought I would put together a video of my least favorite songs on my favorite musical theatre cast albums. I feel like not a real musical fan. So let's start from the top. My favorite musical, Rent. My least favorite song, or at least the song that I skip over the most, would be Without You. This is the song where after Roger and Mimi have kind of gone their separate ways, Roger's moved to California, and Mimi is back on drugs. She sings this song about how dull life is without you. When you listen to Rent, the album, from the start to finish, right, it makes sense. It plays a part in the peaks and valleys of the show, and you go, okay, cool, Without You is on. I understand this. But when you listen to it on shuffle, it can be quite awkward because Rent is quite rock and roll and upbeat and energetic. You've got What You Own, you've got Take Me or Leave Me, you've got I'll Cover You, all these songs that are big and make you feel good. And then Without You comes on, and it's just several minutes of just one thing. And it makes sense for the show when you're watching it that it's just this. There's no kind of peaks or valleys in the song. I remember once I was in college and I sent Without You from Rent to a person I had a crush on, and they listened to it with a friend and messaged me back, we're like, what the hell is this? Like, this is so boring. I had an emotional attachment to it because I saw it within the context of the musical. And it wasn't until I got that message back that crushed me, that outside of the context of the musical, it is a pretty bland song. So now I kind of have this knee-jerk reaction that I just skip it every time it comes on. So, sorry Mimi. So the next musical that I absolutely adore is Dear Evan Hansen, as a lot of you do. And I know this musical very well. I sing it probably 5 times a day. It's the record that sits on my record player just all the time that I can just turn on whenever. And the song I kind of skip over is Good For You. A lot of people skip over Breaking a Glove, but I actually quite like that song. It's got a good message behind it, but I find Good For You, it's just angry for the whole song. Without You is kind of melancholic and kind of flat, whereas Good For You is just hot and rage and anger the whole time. It's making me realize, although it makes sense in the structure of a musical, the song itself needs to have peaks and valleys, so it's not just hot or flat or sad the entire time. Okay, so the next musical is Hamilton. It's hard because there's 45 or something songs on this album, right? There's a lot of Hamilton songs. And Although I skip more than one song, it's usually based on my mood. It's usually based on like a vibe I kind of want to feel. Sometimes I'm in a My Shot and Guns and Ships vibe. Sometimes I'm in a Dear Theodosia, Wait For It vibe. But the song that no matter what vibe and mood I'm in, that I probably skip over every time is Say No to This. I think it's more the content of the song that like makes me want to skip over it. I find it weird to sing along to a song about cheating on somebody. I'm not a fan of cheating on people. So it's kind of like Usher's songs, like You Got It Bad, like great song, horrible content. It's singing about like, I'm with somebody, but I want you, and I find myself challenged to sing that song enthusiastically. So when I listen to Hamilton, I just kind of skip over Say No to This. I mean, that is literally the turning point of Hamilton. That's the whole point of the show, is that song. But I can't do it. Say no to this, I say no to you. That was a really cheesy joke. Okay, so the next musical, is that annoying? So the next musical is Into the Woods. Stephen Sondheim will always appear on my list videos. I think the song I skip over every time is Hello Little Girl, because it's creepy AF. It's a song that's sung to a child, Little Red Riding Hood, about how delicious she would be to eat, right? Fair enough, you're a wolf, you like to eat meat. That makes sense. But the way it's played out, and intentionally so, is very creepy, quite pedophilic, and it's just uncomfortable to watch. So, goodbye, Hello Little Girl. Am I gonna make like a bad joke about all these? Okay, so the next musical is Jesus Christ Superstar, and I skip over the whole album. So the next musical I would pick is Sweeney Todd, another favorite. And I think the song I'd skip over the most would be maybe Joanna. And I know it's maybe time appropriate, like period appropriate, but a song that talks about how much you love somebody, but you've only ever seen them, you've never had a conversation with them. It's just, oh, you're beautiful, I love you. I don't know, it's weird, right? Like, yeah, there we go, Joanna. I have no reason to not like it. It's a great song. Sondheim is perfect in my eyes. But that's the song I skip over. So, Joanna. What's another one? Favorite musical. I'm literally sitting like amongst 200 theatre records. I can't think of a single musical. Gypsy. I love Gypsy. I think my least favorite song... Give me a sec, my least favorite song would be, Little Lamb. Ugh. Like, I get it, but like, I understand the point of the song, but it's much the same as like Without You from Rent. It's just kind of this the whole time. You know what I feel like listening to? Little Lamb from Gypsy. That's the song that I want to listen to right now. Little lamb, little lamb, little lamb, big no. Actually, that record you probably haven't seen on my channel yet. I recently got 60 musical theatre records for like $70. So keep an eye out for that video. It might have to be split into two. There's a lot of records to go through. And I'm so excited about it. So keep an eye out for that. So guys, that wraps up this video. I want to know, one, what's your favorite musical? I want to know what musicals you guys love so that I know what kind of videos to make and what kind of stuff that you're going to be interested in watching every day. And what is your least favorite song from that musical? It might be challenging, maybe you love them all, but I want to know what's the song that if you had to delete it from that musical, what would it be? So let me know what your favorite musical is and what your least favorite song for that musical is in the comments below. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. I've seen that Try Not to Sing video has like 400 likes, which is awesome. I didn't think that was gonna be a thing, so I'm really excited about that. Thank you so much. And hit subscribe down here and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out every time I release a new video. Thank you so much again for subscribing and watching the video. I can't wait to see you next time. See ya.